Hey guys, welcome back to my black screen series. Um, I'm trying landscaping instead of portrait mode this time, so it should provide a total black screen. Once again, I'm quite late with this upload. It was meant to be up 5 days ago, but anyway, what's this, week 9? No, I'm not even sure. It's in the title. Let's have a look at the title. Look, there's a reason why it's late, and it's the same reason as last week. Yeah, my life's a little up in the air at the moment. And until I've got things sorted a bit better, I'm still not ready to talk about it. But yeah, I kind of feel let down a little. But on the positive side, I've connected with a couple of people that in a worst case scenario I'll be okay. Anyway, it's daytime now. Dogs are playing, so that's probably the noise you can hear in the background. And once again, I don't have anything I'm planning to talk about. That's a deliberate side of this series, to just jump in and talk and not have an agenda. Sometimes I do have things on my mind that I want to talk about, a topic or something that's going on, but yeah, I can't think of anything at the moment. Just a sec, I do have to settle these dogs down, they're going crazy. Alright, I think I've got the dogs settled. Not exactly, they're wandering around still. But at least they've stopped playing and making a hell of a racket. They were getting a bit too revved up. So, what to talk about today? I don't know if I've spoken previously about a mate of mine that I'd lost contact with, or we'd fallen out of contact. Long time mate. We've sort of reconnected a little, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm pleased about that, actually. Sorry, I'm waiting for this dog to settle down. Just almost there. Two out of 3 dogs laying down and quiet. One to go, how they are. Anyway, while she's just staring at me and not making noise, she does look tired. Anyway, stay on topic, which I don't have one, right? Well, yeah, I was talking about my mate. So yeah, we started a doggy daycare about a year ago, and he's kept that going while we haven't been in contact. So just a sec. Sorry, Leia's on edge. She started to growl. I had to yell oi at her real loud. She's convinced there's something over in the corner and there's nothing there. I think she heard something creak or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we're back in contact. I'm pleased about that. And yeah, there's not a lot I can say. I mean, yeah, well, yeah, I was saying that we started a doggy daycare together, and he's kept that going. Sorry if I'm a bit all over the place, guys. My head is all over the place, so that's why the words come out that way. So yeah, he's kept that going, and I'm pleased with that. That shows I don't know what it is, but that shows something for me. It's a positive thing that he didn't just throw his arms up in the air when he didn't have me on board. Yeah, he's done it properly. He's got a proper registered business name and doing it all properly. But growth is very slow, and he's asked me if I can help him out with Facebook and that sort of thing. So doing the media side of things for him to get him some more business, I guess. And he'll said he'll pay me for that. Now it's not going to be much. Who knows? Might only be $50 or $100 a week. But at the moment, that's a big thing because I seem to be short $50 or $100 a week. But yeah, and with not falling short of cash, I'm also saving. So I've got a mate that I've got a direct debit with that he just helps look after my money basically. And he's comfortable financially, so I know that when I need the money, he's not going to go, "Oh, I'm broke." You know what I mean? He's not going to, he's got my money and his. It's not like it's going to be an issue if I need the money at any time. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this with someone that's not very financial, because you could get stuck like that. You could need your money and they might have it invested in something of their own, They might think, "Oh, you won't need that this week. They'll pay it back in next week." Or, you know what I mean? So you might have to wait until they get paid to get your money, which is a bit ridiculous. So yeah, if you're going to do something like that, do a direct debit into a friend's account to help you save. Because if you're like me, saving's a really hard thing to do. Yeah, I'm not great with money. I'll admit that. Never really have been. But I have this ability to put limits on my spending. And I have the ability to be frugal. I don't spend a lot anyway. Yeah, so I'm just on unemployment benefits. I wish I wasn't. I wish my Facebook channel was big enough to support me. I wouldn't need much. Really, a few $100 a week, I'd be cheering. I don't need much at all. But yeah, so once Facebook kicks in with that sort of extra support, I can give up unemployment benefits. I can also give up helping out my mate so much with the doggy daycare, and train someone else to do that, which gives someone else an extra $50 or $100 a week, right? And give someone else something to do. I know plenty of other people that would like to do what I'm doing for him on Facebook. All he really wants is a post put up a day with a couple of photos. So I go there once or twice a week. He's like growling again. Hang on a sec. Okay, I stopped it from growling. Now she's just leaning on my leg, staring at me. Luke, what do you get? You're not having a stretch and getting up, are you? You're just all chilled. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, my goal is to get my channels, when I say channels, there's more than one, to the point where there's some income out of one or both, When I say both, I have about 5 channels, but yeah, one's dedicated to the Nimbin. My biggest channel is like 800 or something followers on that. Yeah, there's that's dedicated to the Nimbin Hemp Embassy. So there's a lot of cannabis law reform stuff, all that, talks, medical cannabis talks, stuff to do with Nimbin Mardi Gras, which is the annual law reform rally that's been happening for, I don't know, well over 20 years, 30 years. No, the Aquarius Festival was 51 years ago this year. And that's where the Nimbin hippie culture was born. But yeah, Mardi Gras didn't start till years later. I think it might have been in the early 90s. Yeah, right at the start of the 90s, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I digress. So I'm talking about my channels. So that's my biggest channel, Nimbin Hemp Embassy it's called. And yeah, you're welcome to subscribe to that if you're into cannabis law reform. If you want to be there for educational stuff that gets uploaded at times. It's not a very busy channel. I have one of the Nimbin Hemp Embassy, what would you call it? It's not really secretary. But yeah, she does a lot of promotional and media stuff. So, and organising would be the biggest word for her. And she's also in the position to pay bills and all that sort of thing. Anyway, so she, I have given her access to that, basically to my YouTube account so that she can log onto that channel and update, upload, do whatever she wants. So yeah, in the early stages I was uploading things, and then it went to, we had Mardi Gras volunteers uploading things, and now she's been, for the last several years, she's been doing it. Yeah, and it has got a bit quieter because it's just her doing it. But anyway, oops, because it's daylight, I've got to keep this screen dark, don't I? Yeah, so I've got that channel. I've got this channel, my personal one. I've got the Cybertruck channel, which is dedicated to my Cybertruck build and the camper, micro camper. I'm sure you all know about that, and if you don't, I'll try and get a link in the description. I'll try and put a link in the description for most of these, because I'm keen for anyone that hears about it and takes interest in it to join the channel, even though not a lot's been happening for months and months and months on it. But yeah, I'm getting to the stage now where I'm about to do things. I almost ordered some shock absorbers for the Cybertruck today. So I'm at the stage with the Cybertruck to start building the bottom part of the chassis, including all the suspension and the steering and all that sort of thing. So basically the top of it and sides of it, front and back, are built. The tailgate's built, and now it's just the floor and the interior. And the floor, like I said, that's all the strength of the chassis, the suspension componentry, steering, all that sort of thing. How I hook the wheels up to it. So yeah, it's a bit of work, And yeah, I'm hoping I get it on the road within a year. I keep saying going by the progress. I mean, originally when I started the project, I thought I would have it done, and that was probably underestimating massively, I'd say. But yeah, so it's been good 3 years, and see, out of all this time, 90% of it, I'm not working on the project. And there's time where months on end, there's been nothing happening at all on the project. Some of that's due to financial, but lately it's more to do with my head not being right. I think I am starting to get my head right, despite these setbacks that I'm having. I think I'm getting somewhere. I had another counselling session a couple of days back. I've got another one another couple of weeks. So they're becoming bi-weekly now, fortnightly. No, bi-weekly is twice a week, isn't it? Bi-monthly. So yeah, I'm getting them once a fortnight. But yeah, that we're heading towards the end of them. So because they're paid for by the government as a mental health thing. And so they allow you 10 free sessions for the year. And above and beyond that, you've got to pay. Not sure what it is actually to pay. I should have already inquired about that. But I've now gone through 6, and the 7th one is approved. So I got 5 approved automatically somehow. I don't know how it works. But they don't give you... You can get up to 10 free sessions. So you get approved for 5, and then you can get approved for another 5. Well, I've got approved for the first 5, and then they approved an extra 2. But to get the last 3, the 8, 9, and 10, I need a referral from a doctor. So the therapist has given me a link to a doctor, because I don't even have a family doctor. My last one left Nimbin. I haven't connected with the new one. I don't get sick much. I'm not really accident prone. I'm pretty careful. Parasites get me a little, and probably bugs in food, but I don't get them very often. Probably once a year I might get food poisoning, and once a year I might get a tick allergy. We're a parasitic, and a tick will latch onto me, and really I have a bad reaction to them. I've been in hospital twice in the last couple of years. It was actually a year apart to the day, which is interesting. But yeah, we're kind of not really so badly in tick season at the moment. I haven't seen any around for a while. But we have had a lot of rain, and it is still quite warm, so there's definitely no counting them out at the moment. I could easily have a tick on me somewhere right now and not even realise it. And tomorrow I'll be feeling crook. But yeah, that sounds negative, doesn't it? And I shouldn't be talking negative. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a doctor, so that's why the therapist is helping me out with I think it's an online thing. But yeah, also I'm in a remote area, which kind of makes things hard as well. This is why, I think it's a couple of hours drive to where my therapist is. But yeah, that's why I do phone consults rather than face to face. I actually believe we probably would have got a lot further if we were doing face to face, but phone is how it is. Anyway, my channels. What else do I have? So I've got the main ones I'm interested in is this one, my Cybertruck channel, and the Nimbin Mardi Gras channel. I've got another one. It's can't remember the name of it, but it was when I had the trike set up and the trailer, and I took the dogs around, and I used to go touring with them, which inspired the Cybertruck, by the way. So I couldn't use that channel because it wasn't, the name wasn't appropriate. I could have just changed the channel, but yeah, I just started a new channel, and that was the Cybertruck channel. So that channel, it's probably got 12 or 15 subscribers. Hasn't been touched in years, but it's got a few videos of me with the dogs on the bike, traveling around. Really, there's not much on there at all. And then I've got another channel which I started up probably a year or more ago. Haven't made a single upload yet. Got, I think, 5 subscribers. But it's called The Naked Hippie. And it's not what you think. I'm not going to get naked in it. Excuse me. But it's meant to be an alternative to my personal page, where I can do what I'm doing now, but when I'm better at it, I guess. I thought I was ready for it when I started the channel. I got inspired one day to start the channel up, and the inspiration is still there. The plan, the dream of it, the idea of it is all still there. I just haven't implemented any of it yet. But yeah, so the channel's there, and I've got the name there, The Naked Hippie. And so what it is, it's when I say naked, stripped down lifestyle. No frills, no extras, bare minimum. Having nothing and being happy without it. Connecting with nature a little. Touring, seeing stuff, and fun with the dogs, all that sort of thing. So yeah, it'll probably, at this stage, it might not be going till the Cybertruck's on the road and I'm actually able to tour, or at least travel around with a Cybertruck. Maybe not with a trailer, but at least with just a Cybertruck. Because with just a Cybertruck, I've been thinking about it, and I can actually do a little bit, and maybe take chargers with me, like I did when I had the push bike. It was electric, and I just had 2 batteries, and I had 2 chargers, and when I got to where I was going, a powered site usually, in a trailer park. We call them caravan parks in Australia, guys. Yeah, so I get to a powered site, and I'd set up my tent and plug my batteries in, plug a power board in first, plug my batteries in, plug a fan or a heater in, depending on what time of year it is. And yeah, I remember I had a power board that had 4 spots on it, and I needed 5, so I had a double adapter on it. So I had the 2 chargers, my phone, and I had a multi-USB thing plugged in, so that's what did the phone and the lights and a couple other things, but just off USB power. So I had like this plug that had, I think it had 4 USB ports coming out of it that were 2 amp. So yeah, I had the charger, the 2 chargers, that plug thing with USBs, and I had a fan, and that's 4 things. Fan or a heater. The bed was electric pump up, and like an air mattress, one of those ones you plug in. But yeah, with the caravan now, I don't need the air mattress. But yeah, if I'm leaving the caravan behind and I'm just going with a Cybertruck, I could probably take the dogs and a small amount of camping gear. That'd be a bit tight, a bit packed up, you know. But yeah, and take a charger or two. Go somewhere, you know, whether it be like I said, a powered site, or someone's place, like a friend or someone that I know, or somewhere where I know that there's power. Go there, stay the night, charge up, and move on to either another spot the next day or come back again. So yeah, that can all be achieved within a year. If I've got the money just thrown at me all of a sudden, I could get it done in a few months. Yeah, it's really not a thing. If I've got, if I've got the money, I'll be motivated to just get it happening, and I'll be working on it non-stop. But at the moment, I'm thinking about ways of making money and doing little things I can to. Also need to be putting my face out there, so I've been hanging in town a bit. The reason I need to put my face out there is to improve my situation. So, if I happen to bump into someone that's got a bit of work, want something done for a bit of money, whatever it is, I'm up for making some coin at the moment. And that's actually a good thing, guys, because I haven't been in that mood for quite some time. Probably since Francis died last year. So what was that, 23rd of September? So yeah, it's months and months ago now. Yeah, and I've been pretty flat. So motivation to get out there and make money, not happening. Motivation to work on the Cybertruck, not happening. Good thing about the creek where I am here and the dogs, it's the dogs have been keeping me going really. So connecting with nature and hooking up with the creek, taking the dogs down there and having fun, relaxing with them down there. That's really, it's kind of been a lifesaver, I think, or at least a sanity saver. It's kept me from really spinning out of control. I was talking to a mate yesterday, and he's really struggling. I can see how easy someone can spin out of control from this point, and I don't want to be that person. So I have to be careful. I have to be aware. I have to try and get busy. So yeah, that's the next thing, guys. I need to work on my fitness, stamina, energy levels, health, diet. I've got to really start tackling that because I don't feel healthy lately. When you're sitting around depressed and not doing much, I've noticed I'm getting a bit of almost like a beer gut, and I don't drink. A beer belly. So yeah, I got a bit of a pot belly showing. It's not bad, but I've seen 50, 55-year-olds with worse than I've got, and that's how old I am. But yeah, when I'm thin all over and then I've got this gut, it's not good. It doesn't feel good. So yeah, I've got to work on my metabolism. I've got to work on my fitness. There's lots of stuff I've got to work on, but these are going to be really slowly worked on. I find that when I do things suddenly, they don't last. Well, I was chasing a cockroach or a lizard. I don't know what it is. A tiny lizard or a cockroach. What do you got, Leia? It's gone in the corner. You can't get it. So she distracted me. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, it's I say yeah like I caught on to what I was saying, but I haven't. I've got an issue with my health, and I need to do something about it. I really want to be fitter. I can feel that my health will be my demise at this stage, my physical health over my mental health. So yeah, it's one thing to get your head right, but then when your body's rooted, it can easily bring you back down there. So I need to be aware of that next. That needs to be my next step. Pushing myself physically, being a bit more disciplined, eating a little healthier. Yeah, I don't eat much, and when I eat, I fill up. And yeah, so I'm going around feeling full even though I'm feeling hungry. It's really weird. But yeah, I can't eat because even though I'm hungry, I can't eat because I still feel full from the stuff I had hours and hours and hours ago. So yeah, eating once a day is a big thing. But yeah, the other day, when was it, Tuesday? Today's Friday. The other day, on Tuesday, I got a healthy vegan meal basically, and it was decent size, and it was, when I say decent size for me, which is probably kid size meal. But yeah, it was enough for me. I didn't quite finish it even, and I went at it twice with it, hours and hours in between. Because it was like salad like, I could just leave it just sitting on the table and sort of laid back with a full belly, and then I sat back up and ate some more, and then I laid back down again because I was full. Yeah, so eventually I'm like, oh, this is a three sitting meal for me, where most people, like a kid, would normally eat it in one sitting and want more. Yeah, so I don't take much to fill up. I run very lean. So I need to work on my metabolism so that I'm burning my energy more efficiently, and so I'm not staying full for so long. And that way I can get a better variety of nutritional stuff into me, vitamins and minerals. Get myself more vibrant and more energized and more motivated, because that's what I'm going to be needing next as I'm building the Cybertruck. I need motivation, I need energy, I need mental alertness, and I can't do that while my metabolism's out of whack, and I'm not eating properly and not sleeping properly. I think I talked to you guys a while ago about microdosing, and I've still got some chocolates for microdosing. I keep saying I'm going to start them soon, but part of me has wanted to get myself into a better state. It's weird because the microdose seems to help with depression, and part of me is waiting till I'm not so depressed to have them, which is I find I know it's like kind of like a paradox or an enigma, or what is it? Weird, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, sorry I haven't been able to let you know what's been going on. It's not going to be long, guys. I'll let you know. Maybe next episode. Secret word. Should we do that? Okay. What can we have as a secret word? Late. 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 I've been fashionably late lately. Yeah, so, yes, apologies guys for being late, but that's just what you get when you sign up to someone as unreliable as I am, right? But at least I'm not dead. And that's why I'm late. That'd be a valid reason. But yeah, the reasons for me being late are basically the struggles that I'm going through at the moment have made it so that I'm not motivated to do this. So I need to push myself. And really, it was the day of the week that got me to do this more than anything else. I'm like, what? It's Friday. Last one was late and I did it like Thursday night and I put it up early hours Friday morning, I think. So at least this one's going to be up a good 12 hours. No. Yeah, good 12 hours after that, right? But yeah, so I'm like 5 days behind. I'm like, it's Friday. And not sure what the time is. It's probably somewhere between 11 or 12, I think. What is the time? Yep, it's 5 to 12. But yeah, I might not have this up because my internet's a bit dodgy. So I might not have this uploaded for a few hours yet. So it'll be, sometime Friday afternoon, Australia time, when this goes up. Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time still, is it? No, it's not. I don't think, no, I think Daylight Savings has stopped. Well, anyway, yeah, so I don't think we're in summertime anymore. But yeah, irrelevant when most of my audience is overseas. I've got probably equally as many followers from the US and abroad, or more than I'd have in Australia, which is interesting when you look at the stats. Also, most of my audience seems to be male, and also around my age. So my audience isn't too young. Yeah, so it's very interesting that it's like I'm attracting my kind of people, which is cool. I don't care if they're male or female. I'm happy with female friends. I'm actually more comfortable around female friends. I find it's difficult with men to have relationships because of competition. And when you hang out with women, you don't get that competition thing. They're just friends. As long as you make it clear that you don't want to, you take the sex side out of it. You tell them, I'm not interested in you as a sex partner. I'm not interested in hooking up with you. I just like your company. I like hanging out with you. I want to be mates, and that takes the pressure off them, and then they become relaxed. So I've got a few friends like that, I guess. None that I'm real close with, but yeah. And there might be some female friends amongst my Facebook audience that are a bit like that too. They might like me, nothing sexually, just like how I talk, or like some of my situation. I don't know, like my dogs, like how I live, or just find some of it interesting or all of it interesting. Who knows? Yeah, not really for me to say. But yeah, I looked at the stats recently, and that's how I found all that out. So yeah, guys, sorry for being late. Sorry for not, once again, not having so it's 2 weeks in a row now. I've both been late and not been able to get to the point and tell you what's going on. But I think next week I'll probably be letting you know. It's nothing big. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, really. But it's enough. Yeah, I struggle with change. Right, so when change gets thrust upon me, that's when it's more of a struggle. If I choose change, that's different. It's far more easier to accept because I've chosen it, right? But when change gets thrust upon me by outside influences or by someone else or by situations of life, things that are out of my control, it's I really struggle sometimes. And this is one of those, I guess. Just a sec. I'm gonna have a bong, guys. You might hear that my voice has got a little talkity. That's what it might come across as to you, but to me, I'm feeling the jumpity bit. It's the anxiety building up. I don't know why. Breathe. So yeah, having a billy can help calm you down, help relax things. All the dogs are relaxed. Leia's not asleep still, but she's relaxing. Okay, after a bong we have a drink to wash it down. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I'm still going to try and have a, see, I don't think I'll be saying much about my situation in the next upload actually, because it's only Sunday, if I've got it out on time. Who knows, I might be ready to talk about it. Like I said, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, and there's probably some people thinking, what is it? Why don't you just say what it is? But because I'm not ready. I'm trying to process stuff still. Yeah, so like I said, change doesn't come easy when it gets pushed on me. Even when it's changed for the better sometimes. But anyway, yeah, it's not the end of the world, guys. There's nothing drama, no big drama going on. I'm safe, dogs are safe, we're all good. Just need to get my head sorted out. Need to work out what I'm doing. And yeah, for weeks now, I've been thinking more than normal, much more than normal. Spending much more time thinking about the Cybertruck and getting it done. Right, so having my brain tuned in like that to getting it done, to thinking about how I'm going to get it done, thinking about next steps, what I need to order, what I need to do. It means that the project's not far from having something happening and from kicking off again. And once I get back into it, I'll be getting back into it like I was prior to Francis dying in September. I was doing weekly uploads on YouTube and getting something done each week. And yeah, there was progress being made. Not sure how many episodes I did of the Cybertruck framework, but they pretty much come out weekly up until Francis died. And since then, I've done virtually bugger all to the Cybertruck. Moved it to the new place, showed it to a few people. And that's about it. So at least it's in a shed, so it's out of the weather. But yeah, I need some things to get started. Let me rattle off a quick list for you. I need a battery for my auto darkening welding helmet. It's solar powered, so I can just sit it in the sun, but I do prefer to just get another battery for it. I've never got a flash on it, even when the battery's been low. But yeah, I've been there in the past when I was a kid. Got several flashes in my eyes when I was around other people welding. And I have accidentally given myself a flash, but that was because I didn't have my helmet on properly. Yeah, just having one of those moments. But yeah, I gave myself a little flash. Probably, I think it was while I was doing the framework, early stages of doing the framework for the Cybertruck. It had been a while since I'd welded up the frame for the camper. So yeah, it was all new to me again. But yeah, I'm excited about getting into that. So anyway, I need a battery for the helmet. I need some more steel. I need, for the framework. So I need the steel that I've been working with. Plus I need steel that's a larger size for the chassis rails and the heavier parts of the suspension. Just a sec. Yes, I need some steel, the battery, I need paint, I need maybe some more sanding discs or whatever. I want to buy a paint setup. Sorry guys, just had visitors, so I had to pause recording. But yeah, all good now. Got dogs chewing on food in the background, but that's not so bad. We can get by that. Alright, yeah, so like I was saying, there's a few things that I need to get the project going again. They're not expensive, and I do have some money saved. So I think I'll be getting some progress happening with the Cybertruck quite soon. Yeah, just the more I talk about it and the more I think about it, it's like dreams become reality, if you know what I mean. I think it into existence by planning out how it's going to happen and all that sort of thing. It's there's still a few things up in the air. I decided on some things to cut some corners, to cut costs, probably bringing the cost of the Cybertruck down to close to half the price. At least knocking 40, yeah, I'd say 40-50% off the price of getting it on the road. So yeah, I can get it on the road for about $3,500. $4,000 will be stretching it. That'd make it real easy. As I wanted to have it on the road, probably looking at around 6, 7, 8,000, possibly up to 10,000. I initially, hang on. Yeah, sorry, tongue tied. I initially planned for it to be up around $10,000, so getting it on the road cheaper is a bonus. Um, so yeah, I can upgrade things later on once it's on the road, and that's now the goal, rather than spending the big money and getting it all Mickey Mouse how I wanted it at the start. I'm going to be cutting several corners to make things cheaper. One of the biggest cost cutting things will be, hang on. Sorry guys, I just had to move the dog's food away from me so that they wouldn't be so noisy right beside me. And I feel a lot more comfortable. Yeah, so like I said, initially it was going to be up around the $10,000 mark. So getting it on the road for, I probably spent $500 on it at least. And yeah, so getting it on the road for another $3,500, so $4,000. That's under half the original estimated price. Having to sacrifice it to two-wheel drive rather than four-wheel drive is a bit to cop, but it's mainly me that will know about it, if you know what I mean. When someone sees it going along the road, they can't tell if it's how many wheels are driving it, unless they see me stuck in some sand. I don't know. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's no big deal. Having two-wheel drive is a lot better. A lot of quadricycles are only one-wheel drive. So having two-wheel drive and having a good grip on the road on the rear end, with the fat tyres and the decent amount of weight that's going to be on the rear end, even without the camper, I mean, just as the Cybertruck is. Once I put the dogs in the back and it's all built and the batteries in the back, there's quite a bit of weight over those back wheels, and two-wheel drive should get me out of trouble. With the fat tyres, I shouldn't get bogged. Not too easily. I should still be able to do some off-roading, but just nothing where it's strictly four-wheel drive. But yeah, it'll probably surprise me on how good it performs just as a two-wheel drive. And I may never bother to turn it into four-wheel drive if I'm happy enough with it. Who knows? But yeah, the goal is to eventually have it as a four-wheel drive, and that's just a matter of hub motors in the front at a later date. So that's, how easy of an upgrade it is. But yeah, it's expensive to do at the moment. And there's also other things I'm saving money on, cutting corners. So yeah, it's a bit of a mission. Eventually I will get it on the road. Yeah, so the main goal for now is to actually get it on the road. And cutting corners is the goal, is the means to achieving that goal. So anyway, hang on. Sorry guys, the dogs had finished eating and they were moving around, and I've got them all to settle, I think. Anyway, so as you can tell, without an agenda, my default topic is the Cybertruck. So that's just proof that I really want to get it going. And I am going to get it going. Me yabbering on about it non-stop is proof that it's going to happen, because like I said, I'm kind of talking it into existence. Talking's only part of it. There's a lot of thinking involved. So I'm getting closer to, yeah, getting back on track with it. But yeah, the current distractions are another thing too. So, but yeah, I can still get a few things organised, and I'm gonna make it happen, guys. It's as simple as that. Because yeah, I will really be a lot happier once I've got that on the road. It's my transport. It's something unique that people will like to see. I'll almost always have a dog or two or even all three on board with me. So that's another attraction. People loved when I had the bike, the truck, sorry, with the trailer, or even without the trailer, just with the baskets on it, front and back. I could carry all three dogs front and back. And yeah, riding through town, being a tourist town, I'm a little colourful in my tie-dye shirts at times, so yeah, the dogs are an attraction on the bike. So I can just imagine how much more of an attraction they'll be once they're sitting in the back of a Cybertruck, a miniature Cybertruck. So that'll be cool. Just sitting in town with them, you know, and people coming up and checking it out and checking the vehicle out and asking questions, asking about the Cybertruck, asking about the dogs. Yeah, bringing a smile to their faces, showing them something new and interesting, something different. So that's something that really ticks a lot of boxes for me. And yeah, I'm really, really keen to get that happening. You know, the sooner I get it on the road, the better. I mean, Missy's so old, she's 16 this year. There's a chance that she could be gone by the time I get this Cybertruck on the road, you know, and that'll be sad. At least she got to live in the camper. You know, so she's been there since long before the start of the dream, right? And so, you know, I'm a bit disappointed if I don't get to actually drive around the Cybertruck with Missy in the back. But yeah, even if I've just got their ashes, so I plan to take Chewie and Bear in the back on probably one of my maiden trips with the other dogs. Just take their ashes. Unfortunately, I can't take Mango because he was buried, not cremated. But we can all go see him because he's in town at the embassy. Yeah, so I buried him in the backyard of the hemp embassy because I was working out at the time and it just made sense. Because I just thought, you know, with me moving around all the time, it's somewhere that I can always go. And I mean, in a way it's worked out like that, but in hindsight, having known that the next two dogs would be cremated, I wish I cremated him too now. And I had his ashes with, you know, Bear and Chewie. I got Bear and Chewie's ashes. Missy, when she goes, the plan is to cremate her. So I'll have three out of my four original dogs, original Pomeranians, even though Bear wasn't a Pomeranian. He's a Bitzer. But yeah, 3 out of my 4 original dogs will be cremated and I'll be able to carry him around with me. But unfortunately, Mango isn't going to be amongst them. But he's always amongst us in spirit, I guess. And I see some of his personality in his grandson here, Luke. He's still got a couple of sons in town that are alive. They're getting on a bit. They're 7 years old now, or 8 years old. But yeah, that's Dexter and Tiny. So Dexter's Luke's dad. And I see Mango a lot in Dexter and Tiny. Probably more so in Dexter, in his personality at least. But yeah, Tiny's a bit yappy and Mango wasn't a yappy dog. And I've just ticked over an hour of talk time. Wow, and I didn't think I'd be talking this long at the start of this. I'm like, what I'm going to talk about. I can't talk about the thing that I didn't want to talk about just yet. I didn't want to spend the whole episode talking about the Cybertruck, but we did end up there. I'm sorry for those that don't enjoy that. You know, there's probably some people going, shut up about the Cybertruck, talk about the real stuff, you know, talk about your issues. And if I wanted to listen about the Cybertruck, I'd go to the Cybertruck channel, right? I'd be subscribed. But yeah, I mean, sorry guys, there is going to be some Cybertruck stuff on this channel. It's not that I'm a huge Elon Musk fan. It's just the cool design. It's just a different shape. You know, it's futuristic looking. For those that haven't seen the Cybertruck, it's Cybertruck. Google that, or go to YouTube, check it out. It'll surprise you if you haven't seen it before. And for those that have, this is what I'm saying now is boring, right? But yeah, unfortunately you guys have to put up with a bit of Cybertruck talk on this channel, amongst hearing about my feelings and my issues and my anxiety and my depression and my sleep issues and my OCD and blah blah blah, PTSD. Yeah, so look, I don't like to live by labels either, by the way. These are just things that I've recognised in myself or others have recognised in me, and I've decided they are real. And when you have real issues, it's easier to do something about them if you firstly address them and recognise them, right? So that's part of that. I don't plan to be depressed forever. I don't plan to have anxiety forever. Didn't plan to have it all in the start, but you know, I do plan to do something about it and to eliminate it or push it back out of my life so that it's no longer what would you say, a contributing factor, a ruling factor, a negative influence. I don't know, there's lots of different ways to describe it, but an ailment. But yeah, there's the issues are real, and by recognising them and acknowledging them, I feel that I can deal with them better. So at the moment I'm dealing with the anxiety and the depression. I've been talking to people about sleep. My therapist is sending me a program that it's actually incorporated in with a therapy session. I think that there's an app or something, and I think it's $36 to do it, and it's run through a university, so it's actually proper research stuff, and it's to help with sleep. So it's a sleep app kind of thing. And it costs $36 or something, but yeah, I'm getting it for free because it's incorporated in with my therapy, which is cool. And also I'm like a test subject for her too, because she wants feedback, because she hasn't really had it for that long and been able to get that many people to try it and give feedback. She's recommended it to a few people, but they haven't actually done it. But yeah, I told her I'm going to give it a go, because anything that can help with my sleep will be a bonus. For me, getting to sleep's an issue, but I can deal with that, right? I have tricks, I have techniques, I have things that can help me get to sleep, right? Staying asleep, that's the issue. So after a couple of hours, it might be an hour and a half, it might be 2 hours, it might be 3 hours. But yeah, often it's not much more than that. something will wake me up. Don't know what. Sometimes I've heard a noise, and by the time I actually wake up and actually my brain's connecting, that noise has stopped, so I don't even realise that that noise has woken me up. But yeah, often when I talk to people, they say, "Oh yeah, such and such drove past and tooted their horn that time," or you know, there'll be something, like that's when I came home and the dogs all barked, like it'll be something like that. There'll be a reason why I woke up, but yeah, often they're mundane, and I should be able to sleep through, but I don't. And yeah, getting back to sleep the second time's easier than the first, but not always. It's not a sure thing. It used to be worse than it is actually. But yeah, my sleep's really a thing. It's been an issue. My lack of sleep, I should say, has been an issue for decades, since my 20s, I guess. And I don't know if it's induced by irregular sleep patterns due to drug use, or due to my mental state with anxiety, because it's like sometimes when I lay down at night I can't switch my brain off. But then there's other times when I was talking to my therapist about it, and I said, look, it's not always something that I'm thinking about that's keeping me awake. It's just I'm awake. I can't go to sleep, and I don't know why. I'm not always thinking about something. Sometimes I'm thinking about, I wish I'd go to sleep. I wish I was more tired. I wish I wasn't awake. Like I'm thinking, why aren't I asleep? Why aren't I tired? Why can't I just close my eyes? Like what's keeping me awake? And I can't. It's not like I've got a topic that I'm going through my head with at all times, keeping me awake. Sometimes there's background topics that are trying to pop up, but yeah, there's times when I'm tired enough to keep my mental talk to a quiet enough point where I'm thinking, okay, well now I should just be able to fall asleep, and then I wait, and I'm like, I'm having trouble here, it's not happening. So yeah, and I go through my different rituals and routines to try and get myself to that point. Sometimes it's easier than others. I listen to podcasts, and that helps. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what happens when I get this app. I'll try and remember to keep you guys updated on how that goes, or what it's called as well, especially if it's any good. Might be worth some of you paying $36. I'm guessing that's 36 Australian, so it might be slightly cheaper in America. Or it might not be available in America too. It might just be for Australians only, because I think it's done through some Australian university. So yeah, that'll be interesting to, if it works, to actually have extra tools to get to sleep, or hopefully to stay asleep longer. That's one reason why I had the podcast going, because it's someone just talking away, and I try and choose voices that I'm able to sleep with too. If you've ever been tired at a party and there's someone that's got an annoying voice, or just some sort of voice that you can't relax with, something about its frequency or its tone or the way they talk, but just you can't relax, versus other people that are just talking away and they're quiet, and you might be up at a party till like early hours of the morning and everyone's sort of chilling out, and it just even having music pumping, it just becomes easy to fall asleep. So yeah, that's how I am with a podcast. It's that noise is fine to go to sleep with, and I do believe that noise helps keep me asleep too. And it's a mask of noise for the dogs as well. So I find that when I don't have something playing, even sometimes I play radio, just music. But yeah, if I don't have anything playing at all and it's just nothing coming out of the speakers at all, I don't have it loud. But if I don't have anything playing at all, it's like the dog's ears are more tuned up to noises that are outside, and they'll react if they hear something. And it just takes one dog to go, "Ruh," and then they're all, ears pricked and barking. So, yeah, not fun when you're asleep to have dogs wake up by barking. And I notice that happens a lot less frequently when they've got some noise masking outside noises. So if we've got a little bit of music or podcast playing inside, they don't hear the outside noises so much, and they're not so reactive in the middle of the night. If a car pulls up or if someone comes to my van, or if they hear voices nearby, of course they're going to go into alarm mode and lose their shit. But that's their job, security as well, right? So if I am asleep and I don't hear someone talking outside, their job is to hear it and to wake me up by barking. Just started raining out of nowhere really heavily too. Wow. Anyway, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, I don't know. And I've pretty much said all I want to say for now. I will talk more, whether or not it'll be about that thing that I'm not talking about at the moment, on Sunday. I'll try and get the episode out on time, guys. I'm sorry about this one being late again. But, wow, it is bucketing down. Too much of that would cause a flood. But yeah, I think it's just a little heavy shower. Quite heavy, but I'm hoping it's just a shower. Wow, it's pouring down. Anyway, guys, not sure if you can even hear it. I'm in the house, not in the van, so that's why it might be a bit quieter. You can hear raindrops hitting on the roof in the camper, especially because I'm under a tree and the drops are always heavy drops. Sounds like someone's throwing pebbles on the roof. But anyway, not sure if you can hear this, but it's I like the rain, but it's just that we've had a lot of it lately and we don't need it. So yeah, I'm going to wind things up, guys. I really I love you guys for being here. You guys mean a lot to me. Not all of my audience listens to these. I don't really get much in the way of comments, so in a way that's why I do the secret word, so that hopefully people listen through, and often you'd expect it to be right up the end here, but in this episode it's not. So yeah, you can't just fluke on I don't think you can fluke onto the secret word easily without actually listening to the episode. And that's the idea of it too. Otherwise it'd be written in the comments. Well, written into the description. But yeah, so if you've missed the secret word, you'll have to find it. If you want to comment it below, I should do prizes for it, eh? Start doing prizes, or just acknowledge the person that does it. Maybe, I don't know. In the next episode, mention your name. But some people don't like that. I don't know. Anyway, I guess if you don't want your name mentioned, you won't mention the secret word, right? Anyway, I'm prattling on a bit now. Nothing's new there. So yeah, guys, appreciate you listening, and stay tuned for the next episode. It should be out. Today's Friday, so we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, 3 days time. Be ready for the next episode. There might be some good information in the next episode. Hopefully it's a bit less boring than today's was. But yeah, I will mention the Cybertruck once more before I go. It's just that I am excited about it, guys, and the fact that I keep bringing it up, like I said, is testament that I'm actually going to get into it. I don't want to be one of those people that just talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. The reason I'm talking about it is because it's about to happen. I'm about to get back into gear. I'm just not sure when. It might just be another couple of weeks away. Might be days away. But it's going to be quite soon, and I'll be back into it. And then there'll be episodes on the other channel as well. So that's the idea of getting back into it too, to get the other channel busy. I think there's about 100 subscribers on that channel. So a little less than I got on this channel. But they're more, the people that are subscribed to that channel, I guess, are more interested in the project rather than me, which is fine. That's what it's all about. It's about the project. But I'm in it, and the dogs will be in it. And once it's built, it'll be dedicated to our adventures. I'm not 100% sure where the main channel focus will go. This private channel here, we might have things on both channels at the same time, or I might have one channel that booms and I focus on the channel that booms, if you know what I mean. Like if one channel takes off, I might focus my attention on that channel. So if the Cybertruck channel rapidly takes off once I get the Cybertruck on the road and once I'm posting more regularly on that, because at the moment people see it as some unfinished thing that I've started. You know, it's been quite some time since I started the channel and announced what I was doing, and if you look at the progress, it looks like someone started a project and they're never going to finish it. And I don't want it to be that. So that's why, like I said, the focus is going to be heading back towards that. I will be still putting content on this channel. There will still be the black screen series, and there'll still be, you know, fun with the dogs. And, you know, if I do something interesting or see something interesting in town, I might put it up. My travels around, whether I'm hitching or whatever, sometimes I put them up. Yeah, just whatever's going on. So if it's interesting, I'll still be putting it on this channel. But yeah, if it's Cybertruck related, I'm going to try and keep it to the other channel. And eventually, one of the two channels is going to gain some traction. And basically, my thoughts is the first one that gets to 1,000 will be the channel that I'll be putting my efforts into more. So whether it's this one or the Cybertruck channel, I can't say. It's just however it plays out, I guess. And wow, that's rain. Heavy drops. Yeah, it's still raining. But it's made the dogs almost fall asleep. So yeah, cheers guys for listening. Stay tuned for Sunday's episode. This is last Sunday's episode, 5 days late. I apologise for that. So I've got another episode in a couple of days. Listen, turn notifications on so you can get a heads up when that one comes out. It could be late. Just warning you, it could be late. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try and get it out on Sunday. And Sunday our time is way ahead of Sunday time in America. So yeah, so people in America should, on Sunday in America, it should be out. But if it's not, it'll be like this one, it'll be late. But hopefully not 5 days late, maybe a day late, or 2 days. But I'm going to work on trying to get it out on time. And in the meantime, guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, be kind to each other. Yeah, don't waste your life. I've wasted a lot of mine. But yeah, try and do something that makes you feel good about your life. Often doing nothing doesn't help. It helps to do something in your life to gain some reward. I'm a strong believer in doing things for others to make yourself feel better. And part of me feels used because of that philosophy. But yeah, it doesn't stop me from thinking that way though, just because I have been taken advantage of by people that have noticed I've been generous with helping in certain areas. You know, people take advantage of that, and that's okay. I still feel good about helping. So even if they have taken advantage, I still feel good about helping. So yeah, I encourage you guys to, if you're feeling a bit low, get out there and do something. Get out in the sun. Go for a walk. It might not be sunny at the moment. Go for a walk, but even a walk in the rain's nice. It might be cold where you are, and you might not want to go out in the sun. But yeah, go to a shopping centre where it's climate controlled, where you can feel like you don't have to be all layered up, and you can just walk around and enjoy it more like it's not the middle of winter. Yeah, there's things you can do. Find a way to help someone. If you see someone on the side of the road broken down, you know, offer a hand. If you see someone that needs a lift, offer a lift. There's a lot we can do, guys. You need to be careful, of course. You know, you don't just... Sometimes people are trying to set someone up to kidnap or rob or whatever, and the way they do it is by lifting their bonnet up or lifting their boot up and acting like there's something wrong with their car, and then someone comes along and next thing it's an ambush. You know, either they turn on you when you're focusing up, got your head under their bonnet, or someone else comes out of the bushes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And also hitching, you need to be careful. You know, if you're alone, you need to be reasonably confident that that person that you're picking up, if they turn on you, how are you going to cope? Can you cope? If the answer's no, keep driving. Don't pick them up. Yeah, it's always safety first, guys. Anyway, keep going to wind this episode up and start talking again. And I'm really surprised that I've gone as long as I have. I really thought that today's episode was going to be shorter than last week's. I can't remember how long last week's was. The late one. But yeah, I thought that I wouldn't have anything to talk about. And in a way, I haven't had a lot to talk about here. It's been chatting, I guess. Some people might like this kind of format where I'm not talking about something in particular, and I'm just talking in general. Some people might think, what the hell am I listening to? He's just prattling on about nothing and it's boring and I'm out of here. I mean, that's fine. You know, if you don't handle me at my worst, I guess, you don't deserve me at my best. So when the channel goes good, and when I do have my shit together, and the content is better, you don't deserve to be here anyway if you don't want me at my worst. I mean, no one wants me at my worst. Or they shouldn't. I don't want you to want me at my worst either. But yeah, accept me at my worst would be nice. And I'm not really at my worst. I've been worse than this. But I'm not where I should be. And I can see the potential. I can see how much further forward I can move. I can see how much happier I can be. I can see some of the things I can do to make myself happy. I can see some of the things that will make me happy. For those sick of hearing it, the Cybertruck's huge on that list. The dogs are another one. They're huge on that list. Without them, I'd really struggle, guys. They're my mates. They're my company. When no one else is around, which is quite a lot, when no one else is there for me, there's times when I just want someone to hang with, and my dogs are it. They're great. So yeah, I really appreciate them. But yeah, can't wait to have the Cybertruck on the road so I can appreciate them with the Cybertruck. It'll be like a dream come true. So having said that, if anyone's got any ideas on how to, maybe you're a philanthropist in some way and you've got a bit of cash that you wouldn't mind surrendering to a good project like mine. It can be under your terms. I can promote you. I can thank you, kiss your feet, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I can pay you back in installments, or when I'm more successful, maybe pay you back in one big hit. I don't know. But I'd really like someone to lend me around $3,000 or $4,000 to get the project finished, because then I wouldn't have the excuse of cash. I'd only have the excuse of time and effort. And I'd be so super motivated, guys. You'd see me putting so many hours in, and you'd see progress happening so fast if I had the cash to finish the project, or at least get it onto the road in that cheap fashion that I was talking about. Just as a 2-wheel drive, cut some corners, because it'll still look the part and it'll still go okay, but it'll work, you know what I mean? But it just won't be 4-wheel drive, and I'm happy to do that just to get on the road, make the little sacrifices here and there. That's fine. We can upgrade things later on. I'm sure it'll get easier once I've got it on the road to actually make more money. I've got that feeling that it's going to help me make money. But we'll see what happens. Time will tell. At the moment, it's just sheer determination and passion that's going to make it happen. And that's what I'm sparked onto at the moment. That's what I'm all turned on about at the moment. And that's what's actually going to push things into gear very shortly. Just the fact that I'm more keen for it and switched on for it and passionate about it again. It's been quite a while since I've been this passionate about it. Probably 2 months after Francis died, I thought I was going to be able to get back into it, and I started to get a little bit passionate about it for a bit. And yeah, depression was just too strong and I couldn't do it. And that was the time that I moved into here. I thought, yeah, it's really good. I've got a good spot to work on it. I've got the shed out of the weather, And yeah, and I can work on it here and out in the bush, so I can make as much noise as I want and grinding, all that sort of thing. Yeah, noise won't be an issue. But it turned out that I didn't have the motivation because of my depression, and so far nothing's got done. I'm still here, so there's still the option of getting started while I'm here. But yeah, like I said, there's just a few things I need to get it going. Not going to cost me much, and probably one of the first things I'll be ordering will be some shock absorbers and some bushers for the moving parts of the suspension. And then I'll just take it from there, because they're the things that I've looked at that are going to be holding up parts of the build of the underbody. So yeah, once I've got those ordered, I can I'll know their sizes, and I'll know how long they are, for example. I'll know the compression ratio, or the distance of compression, and how much weight the shock will take according to its specifications, and I'll be able to work with that. So yeah, it's how you position different shock absorbers as well, angles, and at different positions, it changes geometry. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to wind this video up, and I'm going to see you all on Sunday, hopefully, for the next episode of my black screen series. Sorry that this episode, guys, was a little all over the place, and I kept stopping and starting, and I probably didn't sound like I had my shit together. It's because I didn't, and I don't. But yeah, I do feel good that I think I'm better than I expect myself to be, if you know what I mean. Like with this hiccup that's come along, which I'll be talking about shortly, I'm better than I expected to be. I'm not suffering. It hasn't pushed me to the state where I'm like hiding out and not wanting to get out of bed and that sort of thing. So I'm still okay. But it's just occupying part of my mind, and it's just not healthy at the moment. I don't need it. But yeah, like I said, out of my control. And it's all going to come good. I'm confident of that. I'm not going to let it worry me too much. I know it'll all work out in the end of the day. It'll all come out in the wash, so to speak. It'll be right on the night. But yeah, all those cliche sayings. Yeah, I know I'll be all right. It's just a matter of time. Just probably need another week or something like that to get over this. And I'll tell you all about it. And you'll think, well, why didn't you just tell us straight away? And like I said, it's because I wasn't ready. Not up for talking about it just now. So yeah, if you're interested in finding out what that was that I'm keeping quiet, quite possibly it'll be in Sunday's episode, if not the following week. But until then, guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next episode. Love yous. Bye.